with some of the other people that are on here as well, and they can give some of their testimonials around using Healy and what it's done for them. So we will just pop up a couple of people, and when we'll get back to you, Marcus.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Oh, that's a beautiful testimonial.
Yeah, this is
Nikki.
a great one. Nikki.
Hi, everybody. Oh, my goodness. I am absolutely tearing up right now. And if I had my video on, you would see that I am crying right now. Because I am just, oh, is it? Because I am just so very grateful, you know, to Healy and to Marcus and to everybody to bringing this to the market. 11.5 years ago, I was diagnosed with a really rare brain condition called intracranial hypertension, which means my brain makes too much spinal fluid and squashes my brain. And I've had 7 brain surgeries and 31 lumbar punctures to drain the excess fluid from my brain. And it's currently a full moon at the moment. And every full moon, I am quarantined to bed with a chronic migraine. And it is just horrible. And this morning I woke up and went, oh, it's a full moon. Clipped my Healy on, put my migraine, and then had a fabulous day today and did not have to worry that I had a migraine. And I am just so eternally grateful. And it has now been 9 weeks since I've had a migraine. And that's the first time in like 11.5 years. And I am just so blessed and grateful. And I just love my Healy so much. I'm just... Oh, I love it. Love it. Thank you so much, Marcus. And Harvey agrees.
Thank you so much for sharing. Peter.
Awesome. Peter, do you want to share? I know you just use this kind of in your everyday life.
Hi. Hi, I'm Peter Elkabout, aka Elkie, checking in here from Fremantle in West Australia. I hope everyone's staying well and safe and happy. Marcus, great to hear you speak after hearing so much about you and everything that you've done. So my testimonial was in 2 parts. So late last year, I was lucky enough to be able to procure a Healy device, and a little bit skeptical at first, I have to admit, having never been exposed to that sort of technology or anything like that before, but I was dead keen to put this thing on my dad. And if you knew anything about him, he's had a degenerative spinal arthritis for the last 25 years and constantly in pain. So managed to get the Healy device on him, ran a couple of programs, you know, the release one and the spinal pain one. And honestly, the next day, the change that we saw in my old man to be able to get up, move around freely. He was about 2 inches taller than he was the day before. He's since, we bought one of those for him. He's since been able to reduce the amount of painkillers that he takes on a daily basis, which is obviously a lot better for his health and probably will prolong his life. So after seeing that, I jumped on board and got one myself, which I'm fortunately relatively fit and healthy, I think, but I've just been using mine, as Taryn said, day to day. Max, it's funny to hear you say those programs that you run, because they're the exact ones that I run. So I run the Pure one, the Energy one, the Skin one, and then recently I got diagnosed with a meniscal tear. So I'm a sort of part-time athlete as well, and I had a surgeon basically trying to operate on me the next day, saying that we can fix you up, but you need to do this. So I'd enrolled in doing a triathlon, which I didn't get to do the amount of training that I was doing, but instead of having the operation, I ran the Healy on my knee flat out and managed to do the event. So I'm talking 4 hours of exercise, flat out, riding, running, swimming, and got through it. But then the next day, I should not have been able to walk, but instead I ran the regeneration one on myself twice, and then the release one. And I messaged Taryn the next day. I was like, this is unbelievable. I should not be walking at the moment, but instead was able to get up, go surfing. It was fantastic, and continue to run it all day, every day. It's really got me on board and super exciting. So the spiritual side and the consciousness side, I'm still working on that. So gone sort of come ahead in leaps and bounds there. But thank you for everything. Been great. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Peter.
Thank you. Now we have the beautiful Tracy Jewell, and you want to do, if you can share just how Healy has been for you.
Hello, everyone. It's such an honour to be on this call with Marcus and everyone sharing their experiences. I was lucky enough to be introduced to Healy by Nez and Taryn back in November, which feels like ages ago. And at the time, I had been experiencing really bad anxiety for a period of about 18 months to that point where every day I would wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning with the worst fight or flight symptoms and just anxiety all day long. And although I've been to psychologists and counselors that helped a little bit, the physical symptoms of the anxiety was really debilitating. And I would have given anything a go. And, you know, knowing Taryn and Nez, I was like, right, I'm going to buy a Healy straight away and give this a go. And within running 3 programs in one day around mental balance, I slept in till like 9 a.m. without any anxiety symptoms at all, to the point now where I haven't had any anxiety symptoms since, which is now months. And when I do a scan on the resonance, nothing mental comes up at all, but now it's other things, like at this point in time, like a fitness. So I'm truly grateful that it's definitely helped with my anxiety. So thank you for letting me share.
To Tash, yeah.
Yes.
Why Healy, Tash?
Hello. Oh my gosh, what a call. Marcus, you are incredible. Not that I'm surprised. We obviously knew that. Look at what you've brought to us. And everybody else, thank you so much for sharing. I am just so honored to be on this webinar with so many superstars and just to be really saying why Healy? Why Healy for me? Why Healy for everyone? So just a little bit about me. So Tish, Christchurch, New Zealand, little Kiwi over here. I've been traveling the world for years now. So this whole quarantine lockdown is very interesting at the moment. And I was working in the online space for a long time. But for me, connection is one of my highest values. And whenever I see something that can help connection within a person, either to other people or within yourself, I just can't look away from it. And so when Healy dropped into my space and I saw how it was capable of opening you up to things in like deeper levels of yourself, plus being able to give that gift to other people, I just couldn't argue with how it made me feel and like the testimonials that I was coming across. So I added it into a business that I already had running because I just couldn't say no to it. And honestly, it's only been like 7 weeks. And since then, I just have not looked back. Like it has been such a whirlwind. Connection, like I said, my highest value, and the people, the tribe that is coming in, the people that I get to surround myself with now, the people that I get to help, it's just next level. And honestly, like listening to these testimonials just now, like every day there's a new one that just makes me, I get goosebumps and my eyes tear up because I'm just so grateful for what we have. So if you want to jump to the next slide there, Taz. Perfect. Oh yeah, there I go. That's actually me in Bali when I was there last year. I wish I was with you guys at the moment. Be very beautiful. So like I said, connection, collaboration, community, tribe, like this is everything. And we are at the forefront of Healy. We're at the forefront of the social selling side of this incredible company. Like Marcus said, TimeWave, it's been around 15 years now, and we've got such strong, solid foundations. And what we're doing now is we're wanting to attract like-minded people to the Healy community that are driven by optimal wellness, the freedom lifestyle, being impact driven with a device, with a tool that's genuinely helping people and actually wanting to spread that out into the market and raise the consciousness of the planet together. So if that's you, let us know. And I know you guys have been waiting. You've been like, how the hell do I get my hands on a Healy? It's been such a lead up. And I mean, you would have had your ears prick up earlier where Marcus said the original one, or the one that the physicians use, is going for about 18,000 euros, you know, for the one for the physicians. So I'm sure when you heard that figure, you're like, oh my gosh, this is going to be insane. So to be able to show you how accessible this is my favorite part of Healy. You know, I love going to healers and going to naturopaths and doing all of that as well. And it's beautiful, but it's crazy that we're in lockdown now. And as you can see, the entry level gold Healy is only 500 euros. So that equates to, I know I've got a lot of Aussies and Kiwis on here. So it's about 800, 850 Aussie dollars. So super, super accessible. And the Healy gold cycles, those are the ones that Max said earlier. They are the most research proven. They're the base frequencies that come with every machine. Okay, so these ones are just incredible. I run at least 1 or 2 of these ones every day. And so the difference with the machines, so all of the hardware is exactly the same. So you all receive this beautiful little device. You get the clips, the cuffs, you get the clips, you get the pads, you get all of the things with it. And the only difference is that the software upgrades as you move up the price points. And what that means is you get access to more and more frequencies. So the base level one, you've got the gold frequencies, you move up to a few different frequencies, but the really big difference is the Healy resonance. This is the top one. This is, I call it the big R, the Mac Daddy. It's my favorite. It's the one that I got started on. And this is the one that actually has the ability to scan and analyze your own information field, tell you what's out of balance within your system, and it lets you know which frequency is going to bring you back into balance. So that is absolute magic. All the 3 packs before that one, it's all based on your intuition. It'll be, hey, I'm feeling a bit sleepy, I want the energy one. Or I'm a little bit stressed out, I need to relax. Versus the Healy Resonance, you're going to grab that. So it's just another app from the App Store. So really intuitive, really easy to get your hands on. Android, iPhone works on all of them. You'll scan and analyze. So all I would worry about, personal use, I'd say the Healy Gold. That's a great place to get started. You can build up, see how it feels. If you know that this is for you and you know that you want to come and bring this to market and you want to see how it works for you and like at the top level, I would go straight to the resonance for the scan and analyze. What you can do as well is you can start on the gold and then you can pay the difference to upgrade, and then that's just performed in the software services. So on top of that, the bit that I get super excited by is what I did, the Healy Resonance. There's this thing called the fast start. So the fast start is from whenever you get started. I'm always ahead of the game, aren't I? From whenever you get started, you've got 30 days to really kickstart your journey. And for every 3 sales that you make or 3 referrals that you make, like I don't even call it selling. Honestly, like people see it, they hear it and they want it, or they don't, and that's fine, because energy is everything and the right people are attracted to this. The right people get it. So if you start on the Healy Gold, 3 sales, 3 referrals within your first 30 days that purchase, you get upgraded to the next level. To the next level, if you want to jump to the slide behind, Taz. And then what I did on the resonance is I got started on the resonance. I made 3 sales within 30 days, actually within 24 hours, because I was so bloody excited. And that gave me a free resonance. So what that is for me is I could either hire that out, other people can try it, or I can lend that out to people for a few days at a time. So like I said, personal use, just wanting to try it out, grab the gold. Otherwise, super serious, you want to bring this to market and you want to see how it really works, go for the resonance and then kick into the fast start. So next steps. Oh, honestly, like just shake it out, feel all the energy in your body, guys. Like this.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Jamie, you're on.
Okay. The very first person I...
The moment that Peter reached out to me and asked me if I'd like to look at a link to a video.
And how you've been sharing it.
How important to balance.
If it's okay with you, I'm going to add around Healy, or to ask you one of his burning questions. Is one of our beautiful founding members in Australia. He is also an incredible healer and an incredible speaker. He was actually one of the very first people I ever put a device on, and when he felt it, he was like, whoa, this is what happens to me. So welcome, Jamie. And Jamie, if you would love to, maybe you can share a little bit about your story and how you've been sharing it, and then ask Marcus a question.
Absolutely. Greetings, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. And Marcus, many blessings to you, my friend. This device is just such a gift, such a gift. And after, being a spiritual healer and a coach for over 25 years, I just, from the moment that Peter reached out to me and asked me if I'd like to look at a link to a video to when Taryn actually gave me the first scan and treatment, how I felt after that was so connected. My appetite was huge. When I walked outside, the colors, it was so bright. It was exactly how I felt after a spiritual healing with my healer that I studied with for 25 years. So for me, I just felt this like instant connection to what this little thing is. And since then, I've just been on a mission. I've scanned over 170 people on the east coast of Australia and run over at least, I'd say, close to 1,000 programs with people. And I've seen so many mind-blowing shifts within everyone. And I feel very blessed for this opportunity. I have like literally a million questions, and I'll be more than happy to ask them to you when I'm sitting with you in the castle. But I think for right now, based on everything that's happening in the world, I suppose my most burning question would be, in the current international climate that we're all experiencing, what specific Healy program protocols can we follow to strengthen our field and to help protect our cells and our DNA?
Definitely, it's also individual according to if somebody knows about some weaknesses which he has into his system, which are especially now important to balance, he can go to specific programs. But otherwise, my favorite programs are, even in this time, the basic programs of the Gold Cycle. So the pure, the balance and the being programs of the Gold Cycles are always most fundamental. And of course, care, as Max already mentioned, especially important in this time. So if you take these 4 programs, care, pure, balance, and being, you have a very, very strong basis. Of course, there is a special release program for this. I don't know, it happened a few weeks ago that we released it. It's called Bioenergetic Boost. This is a program which I would definitely recommend to run every day. But I would complement it with the programs of the Gold Cycle, the 4 programs which I have mentioned.